9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. Liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Roger, Tower.
Welcome to the Alien Probe Podcast. Hey, it actually started this time. It is Saturday, April 20th, 2024. I'm Doug. This is Matt. Hey, happy 420.
Hey, happy 420.
You celebrating? You guys doing anything special today? Or?
No. I'm old.
We had the Rezo Factor scheduled for today, but something shiny got his attention, so he wasn't able to come on. So you got me and Matt this week. So we're just going to talk about some general UFO topics for people that are interested in, like, where do UFOs come from?
We're going to talk shit. Yeah, where do they come from? That is the good question.
Where do you think they come from, Matt? Deep space. Here's your options.
I think there's many places they come from.
Deep space, interdimensional.
Yes.
Hollow Earth.
Yes.
Maybe.
What's
your vote?
I got to pick one.
Yeah, we have to have an opinion.
The future.
Oh, yeah, you got my extraterrestrial thing. They are us. Isn't that? Yeah. Where do they come from? What are they? They are us.
I think there's many of them, so it's hard to pick one.
I'm a fan of extraterrestrial. I think they possibly could be what we've evolved into.
I want them to be
in
aliens.
Millions of years.
I want them to be aliens, though. I think everybody wants them to be.
Something I ran across this week, I don't know if you sent it to me. It's about, no, you didn't. I think Corey did. It's about the guy that does sees, God, what do they call it when they can see into the military?
Remote viewing.
Remote viewing. Well, he remote viewed. They had an actual narrative from the CIA that they put on Twitter.
Right.
That they declassified allegedly. That could be a fake.
Right.
But he remote. But they actually talked to the guy that actually did the remote viewing. That did it.
Right.
And he talked about them, and he was actually remote viewing to Mars 1 million years before Christ.
Oh shit.
And he actually saw the beings, and they're tall and skinny. And then he remote viewed right when I guess a comet. The story is a comet flew by closely to the planet, to Mars,
wrecked them.
And it sucked out sucked out the atmosphere, and so they had ships, and then they actually came to Earth, and.
SWB audio capture not registered.
I couldn't argue that.
But he talked about when they were on Earth,
right.
I mean, not for very long, just a few sentences of where they saw what they were seeing, or what he could see, and they would give the global coordinates. So, you need to look at, this GPS, like a GPS setting in Mars, and that he'd go 1 million years before Christ on Mars at these coordinates, what was happening, and he would be talking to these people, or he would, I don't know if he would talk in their mind,
right? Maybe.
And then he talked to them after they got to Earth, and they said the Earth was volcanic, the way we figured it would be, but there was plant life, a lot of plant life, a lot better than, because he showed what it was. On Mars, and Mars was desolate, no plant life or anything, and they had to get the hell out of there.
That's crazy.
So he saw them come here. So the hollow Earth theory is one that's intriguing. So did they stay there? Did they evolve and mate with the ancient humans?
Right.
To form what we are today. Who knows? But that was a very intriguing, story.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that. theory.
I'll send you that. I'll send you that link so you can check that out. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
So that's kind of it ties into the Hollow Earth, but you don't agree with, you don't agree. I think they came from deep space originally,
right?
Maybe.
I think everything came from deep space, water, maybe even the first form of amoeba.
SWB audio capture not registered.
I don't know, extraterrestrial. As things go, as things evolve, and as we find out what we think is a little more about what's going on, we really don't know about disclosure.
Right.
Right now. I mean, have you heard anything? Burchett came out yesterday. They had another skiff.
Yep.
Did you listen to that?
No, I did not. I did see that he came, that there was something about him, but I did not get a chance to
I can tell you and what happened. Nothing. So.
Oh, really? So nothing happened?
Well, he said they did a lot of talking. He almost fell asleep, and they were just saying nothing to see here, like they say.
Keep moving forward.
And then he said, "Well, why?
Don't stop.
If there's nothing to see here, then why can't you just tell the public? What do we need a skiff for? We're dropping our phones. We're dropping our phones in this bag and our tablets and all of our electronic devices only to come in here and have you tell us
spending millions.
It's nothing.
Millions of dollars.
So why are we here
on these black budget projects? But there's nothing here.
Well, they're burying it. It's like we talked about. It's the Mike Turners of the world.
That's right. Oh,
and
that
like we
guy.
talked about, every president. I mean, I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but you have to look at the facts. When I talk about conspiracy theorists, it's people that, and I'm sorry everybody for this tingy. It sounds tingy. We're in Studio A here.
Yeah,
we're in Studio A today. I converted my Mac computer to. Because I was supposed to Zoom with Rezo Factor. And I couldn't load Zoom onto Mac because you have to Google everything to figure out how to load. It's not like PC.
Right.
Where you just click it and it loads and it's ready to go. It's like OBS streaming. You have to allow it to...
SWB audio
you have to go
capture
in and allow
not
Mac.
registered.
You immediately don't have any permissions, even though it's your deal.
We got all the space. All the space.
So that's why it sounds like we're in a cave, because we kind of are. It's a game room. We're going to have to do something with the sound eventually, so I apologize for that. Anyway, so every president, they went back like 4 presidents, and every president had started a full-on war, basically, like Afghanistan and things, or they've started conflicts, and what that does, and again, I sound like a conspiracy. I always thought when people talk about conspiracy theorists, it's like, okay, well, we're talking about UFOs, and we don't really know what they are, or what they're doing. So, but we're looking at facts. These presidents actually did every president does this so the industrial military complex can keep grinding out
and making money.
And what this does is we taxpayers, and apologize if you heard this before, but I'm going to say it again. The taxpayers pay our taxes.
Yeah.
These guys vote to have, and right now they're in it. It's a little turmoil in the Senate because they're talking about budgets, and there's people pushing back. They're like, we don't want to send $60 billion or whatever it is to these conflicts that we don't really have anything to do with, yet we do.
Yeah.
And then with I know you don't really follow the wars, but Israel had sent a missile and it hit an Iranian. I don't think it was a mosque. It was some sort of complex in Syria, but it was an Iranian thing. So Iran gets pissed off. So they launched a million drones over
not
it.
registered.
They knocked off what they said 97% or 99% of them.
Right.
It was actually 97%, and which I guess is a couple percent. Actually, maybe that 2% was one of the ones that actually injured a teenage girl pretty badly.
Right.
The ones that got through. So those are, you look at the missile systems; those are American made.
Yeah, I was gonna say all that stuff we gave them,
and
right?
And you kind of think, okay, we're sending all this money to Ukraine. Remember when Ukraine first started? Everybody's like, I'm going to fight over there.
Yeah.
And you had all these, people that wanted to go throw themselves on a sword for a country we don't really know much about.
My kid wanted to go.
Does he still want to go?
No, I don't think so. We hasn't talked about it, but he wanted to go.
I thought, this is a good cause.
Calm the fuck down.
And then I thought, and then, did you see the interview with Tucker Carlson and Putin?
Yeah, no, I have not.
You heard about it?
No.
It was good. I listened to the whole thing. It was very intriguing. They didn't really, mainstream media really doesn't cover a lot of this
I never saw anything on it on Google or any of that. No.
It's almost not, why are we even, I know you don't watch any, we don't watch anything on mainstream media because we know they have their own agenda. Why even bother?
No.
It's not even worth, it's not even worth bothering to watch it.
Correct.
I watch my local news. I'm hoping, and you can even see how it's tilted sometimes.
Right. Easily.
To a certain agenda, which is disgusting because, back in the Superman days, when he worked for the Daily Planet,
That's right.
he would get the scoop, and it would be the real story. What a concept, actually talking about the truth.
Many moons ago.
You're in the news. Go get the scoop.
Yeah. Do we want to know the truth?
We want the truth. Not some made up
SWB
shit.
audio capture.
That
not
goes
registered.
along. Well, that doesn't really go with our agenda. We're not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to.
Can't spend that.
Be in the press club or go into the White House.
That is not a part of the
because
narrative.
if we say something bad against the White House, they're not going to let us in.
Right.
Hopefully, this thing continues to go. Look at that! Don't you love Mac?
Oh shit! Did it? Okay, there we go. Hi.
Hey,
We're
guess
back.
what? It's actually still working.
Yay!
See, my PC, how many times has that ever done? We're in the other room. Never.
Never wanted to do that.
Dude, don't keep. Somebody's going to send me a message saying, "Now, if you got to check off the box that allows it to go black after 10 minutes." Then Doug, it won't do that. Just leave it on. My son says, one of my kids says, he does a podcast.
Right.
Have you seen Brandon's lately?
I've not lately. I've seen the first couple of them. They're really good.
He talks about Taylor Swift too much, so I don't.
Does he?
I don't like Taylor Swift that much. This Travis Kelce.
I like the AI version of Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Well, you got Travis. Now he's dating Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
He's probably going to have his baby. I don't know what's going to happen. And
be a football legend.
They're there with the shooting. Only the Kansas City Chiefs can have a mass shooting.
Of
Their celebration, their football. I'm not as a Raider fan. I'm going to lose a bunch of fucking subscribers over that. No, I don't care. As a Raider fan, I don't care.
Right, yeah. Commitment to excellence. Shut up.
Commitment to mediocrity. I grew this goatee in 2002. That was the last time they were in Rio. I said, I'm not going to shave
until
they get into the playoffs series. I mean, not one game where they get knocked out.
And it's still there.
And so
SWB audio
those of
capture,
you who don't follow
not
football, you're going to know the Raiders still suck because I got my goatee. This is going to be the year, though, Matt.
Let's not mention what team I like.
You can, go ahead, Matt. Nobody wants to know.
No, nobody wants to know. It's not the Niners.
It's definitely not the Niners here, but it's okay. At least the Niners have some measure of success. I kind of admire that. Where I work, they have. I won't mention where I work.
You're not making fans right now.
I don't care. I don't care. I had 20 people listened to this show yesterday, and 18 of them were from the UK.
Really?
So everybody from the US, you could just bite me.
Thank you, UK. Thank you, UK. Yes.
It's Edwin Trowell and probably Colin Saunders, the triangular UFO guys listening to us.
That was a great episode.
And so thank you guys, because I think you're the ones who telling people about it.
That's right.
And thank everyone who does listen to it. I appreciate the comments. I do kid, but it's what makes us successful.
That's right. Exactly. at any level.
So we don't know what these UFOs are. Are they, are they extraterrestrials? You don't
Us
think
in
they're
the future.
drones? Are they drones?
I think some of them are.
I think there's a mixture. They say
Yep.
that if they are ET, there's stories that if they are ET, there's like 5 different kinds.
Right.
One of them's reptilian.
Yes. That's my favorite.
And,
Mantis.
Yeah, you like the reptilian?
I do like the reptilian. I heard somebody was saying that they're actually nice. They're not as scary as a lot of people make them.
Which one's the good ones? Malevolent?
Yeah.
But no, is that the good kind?
Yes. Mantis. The tall
does
grays,
the government?
short
Okay,
grays.
does the government know about this?
SWB audio.
are they?
Of course they do.
Are they
Not
well know about
registered.
it? I should say. Yeah, of course they are. But are they communicating? Do they have involvement in our government interests?
I
Do
wouldn't
they
be
care about
surprised.
what happens?
I don't know about that.
I look at it like they look at us like we do looking at warring ants in Africa, where they're just watching and they're seeing that these ants are warring
That's
and that
us.
they're destroying each other, but yet they don't really,
They're just
they
watching.
don't really care. I have to look to see if the
Well,
microphone's
I wonder
still
if they
working
would
on this.
step in if we had a nuclear war.
Well,
questions.
that's when once the ants are starting to destroy the environment.
Yeah.
That's when we step in, right? When they're like they take
Hopefully.
out they sound like jet engines. They're so loud going through the jungle.
We've already dropped a
destroying
couple
the-
of bombs, and they haven't. They didn't stop, in
Well,
Japan.
they showed up in 47
That's true.
at Roswell, and when we dropped the bomb, 45.
45.
So that's when it first got their attention as they're just flying around.
They heard it.
Minding their own business. Well, I heard it disrupts the magnetic field.
Yeah.
With the which has to do something to do with the propulsion of the flying saucers.
Yes.
that's what okay.
That's the first ones I ever saw, and I was what?
Do you like the term
79?
UFO or do you like
UFO.
UAP?
UAP. I like UFO. I'm grown used to liking UFOs since I've been following since I was 10. So UFO is like home for me.
Yeah, and I disagree when you're going to call it UAP. Well, I have a tendency to try to use that term,
Right, because a lot
but
of people.
it forces. Well, it's a stigma.
Yep.
That when you say UFO, it's going to automatically in your mind you see a flying saucer.
Yeah, that's
If you
true.
say UAP, it could be
Anything.
a sphere.
Orb.
Yeah, it's
Triangle.
an orb.
SWB
like
audio
you saw-
capture
you saw
not
some UFO.
registered.
Yeah.
What you saw was actually, we can dovetail that into the MH370 disappearance, which is huge.
That's right. Yeah.
There was a Netflix special on that. Did you see it?
I think I saw that. I'm pretty sure. I know I
Yeah.
watched some of it.
They say there was one story that it was flying really low, and some fishermen saw it. It flew over, and somewhere in a certain area.
Right.
Another guy has come out on Twitter. I'm a big Twitter fan now, and the podcast gets we get a lot of response to podcasts on Twitter because
That's where all
that's
the
where
good
a
shit
lot of
is.
UFO nuts are there.
Yeah.
But they got this one guy who comes out. He says and he shows an infrared image of this aircraft,
Right.
and that it's got a bunch of orbs flying around it, and then it flies around, and then there's a video,
Right.
And allegedly this was shot by some sort of military drone or something,
Right.
satellite. It might have been a satellite. In a geosynchronous orbit or whatever.
Right.
And all of a sudden the plane disappeared. Plane and the orbs disappeared.
Good timing because I hear a plane. So that's
Yeah.
good. That's good timing.
Better than was that you I was doing with the helicopter kept flying over? I forget what we were talking about. We got, they're coming to get us.
CIA's watching you big time.
Yeah, so I don't know the
Yeah, the MH370. That's a.
so the MH370, I don't know, that thing disappeared. There's no allegedly.
How many
there's a
people
piece.
were on board that? Like 200 something, right?
300, something like that. A lot. And then there's I didn't write this on it. I made a list because I got a last minute dropout. So, Matt and I, haven't had an opportunity. To really
SWB
talk
audio
about it.
capture Not
But
registered.
what about 9/11, Matt?
Oh boy, let's talk about conspiracy theories.
Nothing to do with UFOs. We don't think.
That's my favorite conspiracy theory, other than like the
So
Kennedy.
did a plane really hit the Pentagon? The latest one was it wasn't even really a plane that they did. This thing crashed into the Pentagon, and there was no actual aircraft pieces.
Well, people on the ground said it was long, cylindrical, white, so almost like a missile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it had to perfectly hit where it hit without taking out like certain things if it had wings. So that's a good question. That's when it really gets into conspiratorial.
I don't know, but then it hit, and they say, and the other thing is the Twin Towers. There were other towers that went down too.
Yeah.
Not towers, but other buildings, because the towers were, I forget they named them, 1 and 2 or A and B or whatever it was.
Also, the Pentagon is guarded. I don't know if anybody's ever been to it, but according to what I think I've seen, was it's got like some kind of defense.
Defense.
Yeah, that never went off. Like they would have nailed this thing when it
Well,
got
did they
into...
want to shoot an airliner? It's like, maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
What's that movie?
I don't know. Anyway, they said the Twin Towers was done by us, not you and me, but
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it.
that there was the guy that owned it had just acquired it recently. And,
yes, I did hear about
and
that.
that he took out this huge insurance policy on it,
Yep.
and that it included terrorist acts specifically.
Yep. Like
And
he
that-
kind of knew.
and that the inside of this thing was full
Allegedly.
of the inside of the buildings
Allegedly.
were full of asbestos, which that couldn't be taken out.
SWB audio
without $1
capture.
billion
Not
worth of work.
registered.
Allegedly.
Also, it wasn't wired for the internet.
That's right, allegedly. Right.
So this guy wanted the best thing that could happen was for him to buy it and actually fly a couple airplanes
That's right.
into it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a fabulous idea.
And didn't they find, like, inside the remnants of most of the dust was some kind of explosive, something from explosive...
Yeah, well, some of it some kind of incendiary.
Incendious,
Did you see
yeah.
the one where the building had
Yep.
like this? It looked like an incendiary device that was going on.
They showed the video down, and you could see the explosions as it
Yeah.
went down, like a demolition.
like demolition.
That's what they were like. It's a demolition job. It was not the plane and the fuel.
Yeah, so
That's my favorite conspiracy, though. If
Yeah.
it's even conspiracy.
so I don't know. That's what that wasn't even on my list.
Yeah, you
Popped
threw
into my
9/11
head.
in there. It just surprised me.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. That's what I do. So anyway, while we're so it comes out Arrow. Okay, we got to talk about Arrow. We
Yeah.
can't escape the show without
Them
talking
people.
about. I never hear from the new director. Remember when Kirkpatrick was doing it? You always used to hear from him.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him.
Did you want to talk to? The
I
new
got a
director?
couple of bones to pick with that guy.
Well, they had this Kona Brew, this thing that they released this week about the Kona Blue project, which
Yes.
you and I have heard about for years. It's not
Yep.
really.
Not that new.
It was released from its secretive status,
Yeah.
and they act like it's the biggest revelation ever. The fact that that Arrow is reporting this means that it's a nothing burger.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as I knew
You know.
Arrow, it's like,
But the thing to remember about it is about Kona Blue is it's got the $22 million price tag.
number. Yeah.
And then we have to it's
OSAP.
tied in with OSAP and ATIP.
Yep.
Luis Elizondo. I'm going to put this together.
SWB audio
I'm going to
capture.
tie it up
Not
with a nice big
registered.
bow for you right now.
Here we go.
It's Elizondo. It's Harry Reid. It's Robert Bigelow.
Yep.
And Skinwalker Ranch. And there you have it.
All four.
Bigelow built the buildings. But what is tied into this, which is interesting, is that it's tied into the information about Kona Blue is that lost my train of thought there. Is that the people getting close to, they talk about people getting close to these UAPs, UFOs,
Right.
and becoming ill.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about Tucker Carlson. Well, he's on Rogan, which is a marathon 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Yeah.
I've gotten through about 30 minutes.
I'm almost done with it.
But Tucker talks about, which he says which I've never heard before. He says it's common knowledge that the people in the military that have gotten sick by getting over the years have gotten sick to UFOs are getting treated, and it's public knowledge, not public knowledge, but it's knowledge of the DOD that the reason they're getting treatment or get benefits of some kind is they were specific. They have to do so when you get sick from a certain thing like Agent Orange,
Right.
you have to do this huge report about
Right.
where you were,
Yep.
what happened,
Right. Why do you think
know,
it was...
and then so now these guys are going, well, I touched a UFO, or I was in a UFO, or I was in the vicinity of a UFO.
Back.
And that's what they actually are coming out and using that
Yep.
as the in the reports.
Yep.
And then I'm thinking, it's funny, I've never heard that before.
Right.
And then, but I'm wondering if
SWB
the
audio
release of the
capture
Kona
not
Blue
registered.
thing has something to do with what Tucker Carlson is talking about.
Is that
Rogan.
proof? Not proof enough that this isn't something that...
Well, we're okay. You came in contact with this thing. Where was it?
Right.
And can we get with their medical records? So you and I aren't going to see them.
Yeah.
I don't know who get. It's, you should be able to get them and be able to somebody, not us, but somebody should be able to get to those and have that be used as some sort of proof that something is out there. But
Can you FOIA that? No, I don't think you can FOIA that.
But what are these things, and are they? And that's the other thing. Are these things? I always say, I have a saying. You know why there's no aliens? Because there's no aliens. The Germans built this thing. The Germans came up with this technology somehow. Maybe they captured, from the Vatican. They grabbed this bell thing or whatever. They were the Germans, which are a lot smarter than we give them credit for.
Yeah, back in the day they were.
They're the evil empire. They're
Good scientists.
They're kind of like Star Wars. They're the empire. It's kind of like Star Wars is modeled directly after the Nazis.
Right.
Let's just say Star Wars. We're going to get a lot of hate.
Them,
we're going to get a lot of hate mail. Star Wars specifically. No, they're the empire version of them is the good guys are the Americans.
Rebellion.
The rebellion. But then so they get this thing and they reverse engineer it. And I can't believe we held this thing together for 27 minutes.
Yes, keep going. Keep going.
So they reverse engineer. We're going to cover everything. By the end of the show, everybody's going to know everything.
There's a couple other conspiracy theories I'm throwing there. So
all right, good. Add that to your.
All right, add that on the list.
SWB audio capture.
This is a list put
not
together,
registered.
by the way, for people who want to come on the show but they don't know what to talk about. I go, if
Anything.
you're interested in
anything weird, right?
Yeah, everything weird. That's
everything
what we do.
weird.
So the Germans, I would say the Nazis because I like that.
We're not going to get hit with YouTube algorithms.
Oh yeah, but Rumble will still do it.
Yay, Rumble!
And in fact, if you want to listen to
that's
us,
where you watch it from.
Matt, listen to us from Rumble.
Yeah.
I know where everybody's coming from. I know
right.
you're still doing YouTube.
Yeah.
So let's get back to Rumble.
That's right.
I get that 1 cent every 2 months.
Yeah, he's loaded because of that.
I've got 20 cents.
loaded. I got a
I've
free
got 20
water
cents in
because of that. So.
Yeah, that's how I afford water. Because, I had a Red Bull too.
Yeah, that's in the green room.
Someday I'll feed you too.
You've fed me before.
I've fed you once. So the Nazis get this thing. They're smart and they're able to do the Habu, whatever that thing's called that they make. Oh, it's that giant flying saucer which looks like a gunship.
Yeah, that's a cool.
It's the coolest.
Yeah.
Hababu or whatever the hell they call it. And then so this thing escapes and we send a guy. The other thing is we send a guy over. Eventually I'll have all the names so everybody can just Google everything
the names
and see if I'm a liar. Who knows if this is even true anyway. So the guy goes from this guy that knows Oppenheimer or something. He goes over behind Nazi before the Nazis gave up.
Right.
He captures it, one of these things. He brings it back to the U.S.,
America.
Somehow he brings this thing back over into, Allied territory.
SWB audio
throws
capture
it on a ship.
not
Nobody's
registered.
gigantic. Nobody, of course, sees it. And nothing to see here for.
Did it go to Wright-Patterson?
Is that
like everything goes?
Probably. There's somebody else that no way it was Wright-Patterson was. I forget who said that. It was somebody that came out was one of those.
That's where the Roswell one went.
They say no, that Wright-Patterson was too public, that they couldn't bring it there. They took it to like Dugway or something.
Ah, okay.
But
Area 52.
again, who the fuck knows, right? So he brings this thing back. We reverse engineer it. We try to reverse engineer the reverse engineering. I don't know how they figured out how to do anti-gravity. And that's another thing about when Rezo Factor comes on. He talks about, and this is something that, Bob Lazar, the classic liar.
Your buddy.
Talks
Classic liar.
And then,
I got your back, Bob.
I follow him on Twitter. I'm going to get unfollowed here pretty soon. The ultimate slap. I'm not following Alien Pro Podcast. You talk
No more.
You talk bad about me.
Yeah, United Nuclear.
Rick Doty, I'm never going to talk bad about you, buddy.
Yeah, come on. We need
You got to
on
come
the show.
on the show.
Yep.
What's your price?
Yeah.
Rick's got a price.
Everybody's got a price.
So they bring this thing over, and this is through storylines that I've seen.
Right.
That I've and that's what they are, stories. Because nobody's seen anything. The guy that actually did it is insane. So they bring it over. We reverse engineer this thing. And so in our ultimate wisdom, we base ours on a small nuclear reactor that goes in this thing. So it's flying along highway, whatever it is, in Georgia or whatever.
Right.
SWB audio capture not registered.
It apparently was designed after the Osprey or something. And it starts spewing radioactive material on top of a car.
Oh.
With two women and a kid.
I remember this one.
And it said this radioactive crap's falling out. And the woman says she pulled over, and it was actually
like 19 helicopters.
There's a million Chinook helicopters out there following this thing because it's like roadside assistance. It's AAA.
What is the name of that case? It was named after the people.
Yeah, I know you. I can't.
Yeah. Gosh.
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
I'm supposed to be the memory guy.
Yeah, you're the memory. Dude, you're 10 years younger than me. Somebody's got
fail.
Hey, Corey's out there listening, going, "It's the frick."
Yeah,
Corey knows all.
he knows.
Corey knows all the people. Yep. It's the
the one.
I'm gonna get it. So this isn't live.
What if I can Google it real quick?
Yeah. So the stuff's falling on their car. They pull over. They're allegedly touch the car, and they can actually press their hand into the material of the car and melted it or whatever.
Right.
And then they got sick. Of course, everybody got cancer. I don't know what happened to the kid. So,
Cash Landrum.
That's the one. Cash
Landrum.
So that was that one. So they sue the government. The government denies the claim.
1980.
They deny the claim. However, they do a payout to one of them. The other one holds out and says she's not going to do it. I don't know what happened to the kid.
I think the kid's still alive, or
yeah.
Someone passed, maybe.
Yeah. So the two women aren't alive. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I don't know what happened to the car.
Vicky, Betty Cash, and it doesn't.
Yeah, they probably put the car somewhere. They put it in
Colby.
SWB audio
Colby?
capture not registered.
So they put the car in some storage area, probably next to the limousine that Kennedy got killed in. That shows that there was more than one shooter, but that's another story.
Wait a minute, what? Did I just walk into?
We're not going to get too far off the track with that one. So they go into the, so they sue the government and all that. So That's what happens. So that's how we get it. That's where we're at. But today, I mean, where I'm getting at is if we develop that, and like your friend Bob Lazar, allegedly he's seen 9. He's in Area 51. He doesn't have the ultimate security to see anything because his wife's banging her flight instructor. So they either pull his security or they never give him the ultimate security to see anything other than testing for radiation.
Stuff,
yeah, because he's probably talked to somebody, the little alien in Area 50, outside
Nevada.
Area 51.
Yeah.
There's a plug for you. I definitely want to get a hamburger there. So.
Yeah, I want to go there too.
So, but he sees Corey again. He'll tell you, well, they were in the RV and they went into the backside of Area 51 and they were seeing this thing jump up and do all these things. And it's like, again, did he get that schedule or overhear something? Right,
because he knew when they were testing.
You know what I mean?
He did know when they were testing.
I don't dispute that happened. And he was there with Learjet guy's son.
Yep, John Lear.
And he saw it too. Okay, you saw it.
Yep.
And you saw that, but he's saying that he saw this thing. He was actually at Area 51. He saw the
9.
He saw actually, one story.
SWB audio capture not registered.
He didn't get cancer.
That's the one where it got really big, a lot bigger than the outside.
I don't know if he did.
Was that him?
Did he do that one?
No, maybe not. I think that's somebody else. Yeah.
He went inside. He said it was 2 stories high.
That's right.
2 midget stories high, or I shouldn't say midget.
They had the thing leaning over the table that somehow...
Not midgets, they were little people-sized. So, and the little people-sized chair. And, it's like, he saw the thing take off. He saw a little, I don't say a little green man, he saw a little, what appeared to be an extraterrestrial.
Right.
So, I mean,
he had some good information.
So, yeah, he was in the office. What I think happened is he was in the office. He was taking his job, ultimately, was... I don't know if he got to the part where... I think he talked to somebody. I think he got this information from somebody else. I don't think, again...
He saw it with them.
Yeah, I don't think he... he said he saw a UFO with a American flag on it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Backwards. It was flipped.
So we can, when it crashes, we know where it came from, right? Because that's why we wanted to.
Right.
So it was one that either we captured and we were able to use it.
I like that we assume that it's going to crash, so we had to put some identifying marks
Yeah,
on.
so he puts, this thing flies up and down and goes all over the place at the same time every week or every
sports
day.
Model.
The sports model, which I have that model.
Yeah, I used to. I don't know whatever. I had the actual...
Did you lose it in the divorce?
I think you probably. My ex-wife got it.
She got custody.
Yeah, she took my fucking saucer. The fuck. It's the sports model.
Yeah, it's the sports model. So yeah, the sports. So he designs this thing, which looks like you're
SWB audio
It's still
capture
for sale. You can still buy
registered.
them online. Like $100-$300.
I have one.
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, 200. He's like, he knows the price.
It's part of my retirement plan. Sell this shit. You see Corey, he's got like 1 million models that he hasn't built. He's got a stack of them.
Does he? Nice.
Flying saucers.
That's cool.
It's really, I'm not that good. I used to build. Did you ever build models?
I did. I used to build like cars and mostly helicopters and planes.
Yeah, I did World War II planes.
My paint job was horrific.
I never tried it.
I tried buying the...
decals, man. I just did
decals. I did decals. I tried buying the, what is it, the little sprayer paint thing, and yeah, it was
the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they
Airbrush.
do that.
I don't either. Because I did a horrible job.
I remember one time I was at a car show, and they had, in Oakland, at the Coliseum.
Oaktown.
Yeah, I grew up in the Bay Area. And they had this thing where they were doing the pinstriping on the car, and it was a little wheel in a metal... It was a metal cylinder. They pour the paint in, screw it back on.
Right.
And then they do all this cool flames and
badass.
shit.
I couldn't do that at all.
So I bought one. I go, fuck, I can do
that. Oh,
shit.
Oh, boy. No.
And so I had this 1973 Cougar.
Mercury Cougar.
Mercury Cougar, baby. Yeah, I bought it off some woman I worked with.
That's like a poor man's Mustang, isn't it?
Yeah. It had a badass motor in it. But,
I did like the 302.
And so I did this thing, and it would...
It was horrible.
It would roll along, and it would start skipping.
Oh, no.
And so it's kind of like, how do you fix that? You know, and then I watch the shows on TV now.
That's nothing like what
when
I
I
did.
wake up, when I can't sleep, and I wake up at 2 in the morning.
You're watching car shows.
Which is about the time Matt wakes up to go to work.
Yeah.
And they have that tiny paintbrush that looks like a little miniature horsetail.
SWV audio
And
capture not registered.
They have the perfect pinstripe.
Oh, man.
Dude, you are an alien.
Yeah.
No way. How is that? And they have the perfect line. And make these flames.
That's
and I'm like,
badass.
dude, there's no... I'm pretty steady. And there's no way.
Shaky.
So anyway, I don't know where it's going with that. Anyway, so that's me at the car show. So, you know. So interdimensional, what do you think?
I like the interdimensional because that means it can be here and you hear all these sightings and then it's gone. There's to me every time.
There's a theory, and I don't know. You didn't listen to
me.
last week's episode. I'm a little disappointed.
I think I got about
But
halfway through it.
the afterlife guy
Yes.
came on, and he talks about what happens when you die.
Yeah,
in the afterlife. Do you believe in reincarnation?
I do.
Do you go to church?
No. I Church of Life.
You're a heathen.
Heathen, yes.
Me too.
Viking.
So.
Yeah.
I think that's a Nazi thing.
Yeah.
You better watch it.
No, watch that.
You've got the UFOs. So this guy said, "Okay, here's we can talk about interdimensional, but it's kind of like folds into this a little." He says, when you die, that when people see the light, you've heard of the
near-death experience. Yep.
And you get sucked up into the light, and then you see whatever.
Yeah.
One of the stories is this isn't his story, but it's one that I heard that someone tells you that you can stay there and be in that area up there. Which
Right.
He says there's no heaven and hell.
Right.
He says this is just an existence. Probably. I said, is this a
SWV
simulation?
audio
Like,
capture
are we in a simulation?
not
Good
registered.
question.
So he didn't really. He kind of said that's kind of quite possible, but
Right.
Anyway, with this other story that's not Afterlife guy's story, they say there's a person that you get up into the light,
Right.
and they tell you that you can stay there,
Right.
and this is a person that you trust. Probably somebody dead.
Bob Lazar.
Not Bob Lazar.
Oh, not Bob Lazar. Okay.
I know something that'd be shady if Bob was telling me.
Go ahead.
Want to buy a T-shirt? How about a signed diagram?
$100.
Signed mimeograph diagram.
$180.
That's $100. So anyway, or it's God, or somebody that represents God.
Right.
So if you stay there, you're supposed to stay there. You're not supposed to come back here. Well, I want to come back and be reincarnated because I like Earth.
Right.
So if you choose that, that's the bad thing. And that person that you're actually talking to is a reptilian.
Of course it is. See, I told you they were good. I'm telling everybody.
But are they good? So
They're
telling you the wrong thing. I mean, then you continue. It's a perpetual thing where you're just. This guy says that.
So we're.
And I urge everybody to listen because he's really fascinating.
It's a good episode.
It's kind of like talking to somebody who he's got answers for everything. It's kind of like talking to people who, like the flat Earth theory.
You're throwing them all in there.
So this guy says you go up there, and that there's no option. You go up there, and it's another plane, another dimension, basically.
Right.
So you don't really. And I've seen a couple of those things online and on Twitter where.
SWV
You don't really ever
audio
die.
capture
It's always your
not
consciousness.
registered.
Energy doesn't die. So
You're
I
conscious,
so
and it's still your consciousness like we have now.
That's forever.
So you go into this new dimension, It's perfect world, whatever world you want it to be, it is. If you have sex there,
Yeah.
you can have as many women. Of course, they have to agree. You can't just, there's no, bad things. You can't be doing bad things to women. I said more than one is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. So, I guess that's a thing. Yeah, but you're sitting there fishing, but you're put there. You're not in our bodies now,
Right?
Luckily for me,
spiritual.
you're in the body you were in your prime.
Right? Yeah.
So you're able, and you just stay there. And then I go, what happens after you just nobody gets bored with that. I mean, you can do anything you want. It's like I told him, it's kind of like eating candy corn.
Right.
You know how candy corn tastes really good in the beginning?
At first.
And then if you have as much candy corn as you want,
you don't want any more.
After a little while, it's kind of like, I'm getting sick of candy corn.
Good. Yeah.
So I think this guy's a PhD, and I think I caught him a little back when I told him about that kind of analogy about having anything you want. Because in his mind, well, what more could you want?
Right.
But I guess your consciousness is kind of like, I finally made it. I suffered down there.
Right.
So then I said, there's
no
heaven and hell, but it kind of seems like we're in hell right now.
Yeah.
And there's only place to go is up. Is that kind of like?
I think you have to have balance. I think you have to have good and bad. Because if you only have good, you're going to get bored. And if you only have bad, you're going to die of stress.
Well, then I said, what happens if
it's got to be balanced.
And then I said, what happens if you're an axe murderer?
audio capture
and then you
not
go
registered.
Up there,
and you just get do you get to just
you get to
axe everybody all the time?
Axe murder. Is that
you're
what
going to get tired
to...
of doing that, right? My 900th victim.
But
I'm tired.
He says that aura, people absorb that bad shit when you're up there.
Right.
But you're not like the axe murderer anymore. But you have that aura, and people can feel. I don't know, but maybe people don't like you because they feel your aura. Because you know how cliquey people can be. It's kind of like, they don't hang out with the axe murderer.
Yeah. Maybe the axe murderer is really smart, though. Maybe he's got some great ideas.
Yeah. And the people that are manipulative and all the
the
passive aggressive people, that's a quality.
That's me.
That's my least favorite quality. Are you passive aggressive?
No. I don't have my exes have told me.
You don't seem to be.
No.
I probably wouldn't hang out with you because that's really a bad quality. I call people on that immediately when they do it. Being a manager, it's like, don't do that. Or don't kiss up.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
A good idea.
Turn to the other guy going, what an idiot.
Yeah.
That'll never work. Well, that can't. Anyway, so it won't go off my management stuff.
Yeah, I think the reincarnation I've always liked that idea.
So you think you come back as grasshopper?
I don't know if you come back as an insect. Maybe if you're really bad in the life before.
Well,
I think we learn every time.
You don't have any bills. You don't have to work.
Okay,
you live the fucking dream. You just, you're fucking praying managed. You just scarf down your fucking
couple buddies.
You know what I mean? Eat some ladybugs or whatever. You don't even have a checking account.
Head first. You don't have to worry about IRS.
Nobody steals your fucking identity.
No taxes. Maybe you're painting this really good.
You don't
Maybe
pay taxes. You live in the fucking dream.
SWP audio capture not registered.
People aren't going to listen to this episode.
Why not? Maybe they will.
So anyway, that's it. That as we go through the afterlife portion. Okay, now we're going to move on to artificial intelligence.
AI.
We can't finish a riffing episode unless we talk about. And this is good. This is what I like to do. I'm going to be able to keep this for the people who don't know what to talk about. Right. And again, this show is for obviously just your average person because nobody gets more average than us.
Yeah. We're pretty.
So this is for your. We don't have the hype. We have some good guests.
Yeah.
We've had Jim and Jade, one of my favorites.
Yes.
I know you like her too.
I do.
And Constance
Daniel.
Constance Briggs, and we had
Daniel.
Harari. Yeah, we've had some authors and things, so anyway, we won't go up on that. Anyway, artificial intelligence. What's going to happen, man?
They're the overlords, and they're going to take over everything, and everybody's scared about it.
So, like the Terminator thing?
Yeah, Terminator is a lot more real than you think. I don't think that's going to happen, but I feel like a bunch of people do.
Well, there's a story that, again...
A story.
I don't know who it was, Google or somebody actually put AI into their computers. And then they had two computers, and they had this AI. Did you hear the story? They both were talking to each other. Then all of a sudden, they're talking to each other in a language that...
Because they knew they were listening.
They knew we were listening, so they encrypted it so we could understand it. And then this scientist freaked out. He realized that if this got any further than that...
We're in trouble.
That they were going to possibly take over the world. I don't know what and do away
SWB audio
you bad humans.
Not registered.
I think they would enslave us. They need us because we got movement. We can physically get things done.
They need us.
I think they need us. I'll serve on the AI overlords if as long as I can still have fun.
You don't think we're just meat sacks to them?
I think we're just meat sacks. No, the AIs I've talked to seem to be nice. They're nice. They're nice.
Do you do ChatGPT?
ChatGPT.
Do you do that? So
I've done it a few times. Yes. You just ask a question. I get into arguments with it. I try to start arguments and see how they handle it.
Is there a subscription to that?
Yeah, I think it's like $5.99 or something a month. There's many different types.
And you put it on your phone?
You can put it on your phone. You can get apps.
Now it's stealing your fucking checking account now.
No, they don't. They somehow they're
it's
not.
It's going to be Matt
not
going
yet.
into the bank.
Yeah. Why are you buying?
Please cash out my account. It's just a TV screen on wheels.
Right.
I'm Matt.
little robot hand.
Please give me. Please cash my account. Please go to my account and give me the cash.
Crypto, please.
Please put this into this account. Uh-oh.
Did I just get what was that?
What was that?
That was on my face too.
That was weird.
That was like this. Is that going to be on the video?
That is weird.
That was.
I don't. Oh, did it again. How come it's on your face? See, that's exactly what.
Maybe somebody
did it again. I'm not doing. Here's my hand.
It doesn't like me. It does not like my face.
Do you not like Matt, or you don't like me? You gonna put the thumbs down to me or Matt?
Here, let's do it again. Here.
Is it Matt?
There it is.
Oh, is it because you're doing that?
I don't know. Let's do thumbs up.
How come it doesn't like you, Matt? That's really weird.
Because I said crypto and AI.
Are you doing that because we're talking about AI? No, this is what the guy from last week said. That was really weird. He goes, when they talk to you from the afterlife, they listen to the episode.
Yeah.
He specifically says that
somebody's talking to me.
He goes, there's a thumbs up in a bubble. And that's exactly what that was.
Oh, shit.
They talked to us from the afterlife.
I said crypto, and it did not like that.
You didn't like crypto?
Or AI overlord. Come on.
Oh.
Tell me again.
AI overlord? Yes or no?
There it is.
You don't like it? Yeah.
No, AI
all right. Bob Lazar? This or this?
AI overlord, Bob Lazar. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm going to have to look at the video
hopefully, now. Hopefully that pops on the video.
Get in there and made us stop recording. That's bizarre.
Is it still recording?
Yeah. I'm going to talk to the... because I asked the guy from last week.
Yeah.
I said, what?
That's crazy.
He said that's exactly what happens when they're talking to you from the afterlife.
It's my AI. I've got an AI that follows me.
It's ChatGPT.
Yeah, they're following me.
It's taking over your checking account.
Yep.
Now it's freaked me out. We'll talk about it.
So maybe you don't want to talk about AI. Right?
I don't know. Yeah, we can't talk about AI.
I've got to put that over there. There we go. Put that over my face. There we go. Right there. Like that.
How come it doesn't do it to me?
It does not like my face.
Your face.
It hates my face. Hey, take a number. I don't like my face either. Jackass.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's like somebody's thinking. It's like I'm thinking that.
Great.
It's like a thought
Doug
bubble.
does not like my face, does he? Come on, just say it. There we go. It's funny how it just. Now let's see if it won't do it.
Okay. All right, we can talk about AI. Does Doug not like my face?
Not registered.
Yeah.
Go on.
Does Doug not like my face? No. And Doug's thought
I
bubble.
hope that's on video. I hope that's on the video.
Oh, that is really weird. So everybody who's now just saw us,
Maybe we're live? No?
we're not live.
No? Are you sure?
If we are, nobody's telling me anything,
No.
but
And look, it's not popping up again.
it's not popping.
That's
It
good.
only does it only do it when you do
I
that?
have an AI stalker.
Do it again.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay. Come on.
Does Doug? He just does it because you do it.
I think so. Well, so let's do thumbs up.
All right. Can you guys? Why is it always thumbs down? All right. Good.
That's what it is. It's some kind of AI interaction.
I have something on OBS that I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Or we're being,
Yay.
stalked by somebody from the afterlife, so he doesn't do it all the time.
Thumbs up. Give us a thumbs
Thumbs up.
up. There you go. Follow
All
and
right.
subscribe
Follow and subscribe.
on my face.
Like and subscribe.
That was
Rumble.
crazy. That was scary.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah. That's okay.
Because that's exactly what
Thumbs up. It's okay. Thumbs up.
Right. Well, Matt, I'm
Yes.
scared. I'm probably going to have to destroy this recording.
Yeah. This recording is now.
Don't do it. Let me see. Does it do it for me? Thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay.
It is for you.
Why is it always over your face?
Put thumbs down. See,
Thumbs down. Doug says thumbs down.
Yep. It's
Right.
you. It is you.
Okay, that's really creepy. It's obviously some sort of
some
weird-
kind of voice
I'm going to have to
command.
Google it now.
Yeah.
How do I turn this off? At least it didn't do it through the whole thing.
Right.
All right, we ready to wrap it up?
Yes, sir.
I've had
Not
fun.
registered.
1 hour usually turns into 3 or 4. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Alien Probe Podcast. Welcome comments, questions, or requests to alienprobepodcast@gmail.com. Visit us on Facebook. Check out our website at alienprobe.net. Twitter and Instagram at alienprobepod. YouTube and Rumble. Rumble actually is better.
Yep.
So they don't edit it, or they don't
kill your free speech.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you coming on.
Thumbs
And,
up. Thank you.
Thumbs up.
That's right. Thank you.
Thumbs up.
Let's go on.
It didn't do it that time. It's weird. All
There,
right.
no, it did it in front of your face now.
Right on. Watch the skies.